The UK's weather has always been a national talking point, mild, rainy, and a bit unpredictable. From casual chats at the bus stop to headlines in the news, the ever-changing skies have shaped our culture and daily routines for generations. But now, the familiar patterns we've relied on are shifting in ways we've never seen before. The seasons seem less defined, and the weather can swing from one extreme to another in a matter of days. Weather is becoming more extreme and less predictable, and scientists are sounding the alarm. They're tracking unprecedented changes, warning that what once seemed rare is becoming the new normal. We're seeing heavier downpours that flood our streets, hotter summers that break records, and more volatile conditions that challenge our infrastructure and way of life. This isn't just a few odd days, it's a trend that's reshaping our daily lives and even threatening our health. Vulnerable groups like the elderly and young children are especially at risk during these extremes. The changes are part of a global pattern of warming, but their effects are now clear in the UK. Rising temperatures and shifting rainfall are impacting our countryside, cities, and coastlines. So, what will the weather look like in 2026? Will we see even more dramatic shifts, or can we adapt to these new realities? We'll explore recent trends, the science behind these extremes, and what challenges may lie ahead. Experts are working hard to predict what's next and help us prepare. From powerful storms that batter our coasts to scorching heat waves that test our resilience, the risks are real and growing. This isn't about panic, it's about preparation. By understanding the risks, we can take steps to protect our homes, our families, and our communities. Understanding what's happening helps us adapt and protect ourselves. Communities are coming together, sharing knowledge, and building resilience for the future. The conversation about weather is now a conversation about our safety and future. It's about making informed choices and supporting each other through change. Let's look at what's changing and how we can face it together. By staying informed and working as a community, we can weather whatever comes our way. If the weather feels strange lately, you're not imagining it. Across the UK, people are noticing that the seasons don't feel quite the same as they used to. The sky looks different, the air feels heavier, and the weather seems to change at a moment's notice. The last few years have shattered records, hotter summers, heavier rain, and more frequent extremes. News headlines are filled with stories of unprecedented weather events, and it seems like every year brings a new, record-breaking moment. In 2022, the UK hit over 40 for Ballon for the first time, causing chaos and health warnings nationwide. Trains were cancelled, roads melted, and emergency services were stretched to their limits as the country struggled to cope with the heat. Heat waves are longer and more intense, while rainfall is now more likely to arrive in sudden, overwhelming bursts. Parks turn brown and dry, only to be flooded days later by torrential downpours that overwhelm drains and flood streets. Flash floods are becoming common, and droughts have left rivers dry and reservoirs low. Water restrictions and hosepipe bans are now a regular part of summer for many communities. Winters are milder overall, but sudden cold snaps still bring heavy snow and disruption. One week it's mild and green. The next, roads are blocked by unexpected blizzards, catching people off guard. This back and forth makes our weather harder to predict and prepare for. Even experienced forecasters are challenged by the new, unpredictable patterns, and planning ahead has become more difficult for everyone. The UK's climate is now defined by its extremes: record heat, record rain, drought, and deep freezes. It's not just one type of weather, but a constant swing between opposites, sometimes within the same week. These aren't isolated incidents, they're part of a new pattern driven by global climate change. Scientists and activists warn that these changes are accelerating, and the evidence is all around us. The stable, moderate weather we once knew is fading. The gentle, predictable seasons that defined British life for generations are being replaced by uncertainty and volatility. As we look to 2026, it's clear, the extreme weather scientists warned about is already here. Their predictions are no longer distant warnings, but our current reality. Understanding this recent history is crucial for what comes next. By learning from the past few years, we can better prepare for the challenges ahead and adapt to our changing climate. The future will be shaped by these new extremes. How we respond now will determine what life in the UK looks like for years to come. What's behind this wild weather? The main culprit is a warming planet. Human activities release greenhouse gases, trapping more heat in our atmosphere. This extra energy fuels more powerful and unpredictable weather everywhere, including the UK. The jet stream, a high-altitude wind that shapes our weather, is changing as the Arctic warms faster than the equator. A weaker, wavier jet stream can get stuck, locking in heat waves or heavy rain for days. That's why we're seeing longer spells of extreme weather. Warmer air also holds more moisture, about 7% more per degree Celsius, so when it rains, it pours, leading to more flash floods. The combination of extra energy and moisture turns ordinary weather into dangerous extremes. The reliable patterns of the past are giving way to a new, more volatile climate. Understanding these drivers is key to preparing for what's ahead. Flooding is already a major threat in the UK, and it's set to get worse by 2026. Every year, thousands of homes and businesses are put at risk, and the number is only expected to rise as our climate changes. Flash floods strike when intense rain overwhelms drains, especially in cities. These sudden deluges can turn familiar streets into rivers in just minutes, catching people off guard and making travel dangerous. Warmer air means heavier downpours, making these sudden floods more frequent. As temperatures rise, the atmosphere holds more moisture, leading to more intense and unpredictable storms. River flooding happens after prolonged rain saturates the ground, causing rivers to burst their banks. This can devastate entire communities, especially in low-lying rural areas. With the jet stream getting stuck, some areas could see days of relentless rain, raising flood risks. These weather patterns can linger, making it difficult for floodwaters to recede. The impacts are severe: homes destroyed, infrastructure damaged, and lives disrupted. Roads, bridges, and railways can be washed out, cutting off vital connections. Recovery is costly and slow, with health risks from contaminated water. Families can be displaced for months, and the emotional toll is often overlooked. Preparing means investing in flood defenses and rethinking how we manage land. Building stronger barriers and improving drainage systems are crucial steps. Nature-based solutions, like planting trees and restoring wetlands, can help absorb water. These approaches also support wildlife and improve the landscape's resilience. Communities need clear warning systems and evacuation plans. Early alerts and well-practiced drills can save lives when every second counts. Flooding is a growing challenge, but with smart planning, we can reduce the risks. Collaboration between local councils, engineers, and residents is key. The time to act is now. By working together and taking action today, we can build safer, more resilient communities for the future. UK heatwaves are no longer just a few sunny days, they're becoming dangerous. By 2026, expect more frequent, longer, and hotter spells. The 2022 record of 40 degrees C was a warning. Such extremes are now possible here. Our homes and infrastructure aren't built for this heat, making cities especially vulnerable. Nights stay hot, offering little relief, and few buildings have air conditioning. Heat waves strain hospitals, disrupt transport, and threaten power supplies. Wildfires are also more likely, putting homes and habitats at risk. Adapting means staying hydrated, checking on vulnerable people, and redesigning buildings to stay cool. Planting trees and creating green spaces can help lower urban temperatures. Government and councils need clear heat wave plans to protect the public. Extreme heat is here to stay. Adapting is essential for our safety. We must rethink how we live and build for a hotter future. Warmer winters don't mean calmer ones. In fact, storms are getting stronger. Powerful winter storms bring destructive winds, flooding, and coastal surges. The jet stream's shifts can also unleash sudden cold snaps, like the beast from the east. These events can paralyze transport, close schools, and leave thousands without power. Wet winters mean saturated ground, so storms bring higher flood risks. Sudden freezes after rain create dangerous ice. This volatility makes it tough for authorities to prepare. Individuals should keep emergency kits and pay attention to weather warnings. Simple home maintenance, like clearing gutters, can prevent damage. Being ready for winter's extremes is now a necessity. Preparation is our best defense against unpredictable seasons. These extreme events aren't random, they're the result of global climate change. Decades of rising greenhouse gases have pushed our climate system out of balance. The familiar patterns are gone. Instability is the new normal. Scientists can now link specific events, like the 2022 heat wave, directly to climate change. These extremes will keep getting worse as long as emissions continue. The weather in 2026 will reflect both past and present choices. Addressing climate change is urgent. We must adapt and cut emissions to protect the future. The science is clear. Our actions now shape the weather to come. This isn't a temporary phase, it's a new reality. The responsibility to act is ours. The future depends on what we do today. Facing more extreme weather can be daunting, but preparation makes a difference. Stay informed, sign up for weather alerts, and know what to do when warnings come. Have a household emergency plan and kit ready. Communities should look out for vulnerable neighbors and organize local support. Flood warden schemes and strong community networks help everyone respond and recover. Government must invest in resilient infrastructure, flood defenses, heat-proof transport, and robust power grids. Building regulations need updating for future climate conditions. Public health campaigns can teach everyone how to stay safe in heat or storms. Adaptation means changing how we build, where we live, and even what we grow. Large-scale tree planting and smarter urban planning can reduce risks. These changes are challenging but essential. Preparing for extremes is now a shared responsibility. The UK's weather is changing. Mild predictability is giving way to extremes. As 2026 approaches, more frequent heat waves, floods, and storms are our new reality. This isn't a distant problem. It's happening now and will intensify. But knowledge empowers us to act, not despair. By understanding the risks, we can protect ourselves and our communities. Simple steps, like emergency plans and community support, make a real difference. We must demand action from leaders, resilient infrastructure, smarter cities, and nature-based solutions. Adapting is a national project, investing in our safety and future. The weather conversation is now about foresight and action. By working together, we can face the storms ahead with confidence. The test of 2026 is coming. Let's be ready.